What's going on, everybody? Nikki D here, coming at you live, man, yet again. Now, today we're doing another reaction video. I know. To another viral TikTok that was posted about 6 days ago. I'm going to leave the username out specifically for this video. Please don't harass anybody in the video. And we're just going to be reacting to what the video is about. Now, for some context, this video went viral. It's got, I don't even know how many views at this point. I think it's, again, a couple million views. And this person is getting absolutely destroyed online. A woman goes to an oyster bar. They do have the name of it, but just leave that out for now. You'll see it in the video, I guess. But yeah, so anyway, so she goes to an oyster bar on a date. I would presume a first date. I don't really know. I have seen the video, and there's an article about it that I haven't really read, but that came to my attention. Apparently on Reddit now, I must know what I like looking at because it gives me interesting content to react to. Anyway. So, as we get into the video, we'll talk about it, but obviously, her recording a date, trying to prove something doesn't really go her way, as one would expect it really goes nowadays, especially when you go viral. The video's still on, so obviously, she's getting views out of it, and, yeah, without any further ado, yeah, let's get into it. So, yeah, it'll be a reaction video. I'm not going to play the video in its entirety for you guys. I'm going to cut some out, because it's very annoying in certain parts of it. We'll get into that in just a moment. So without any further ado, like I said, we'll be putting this on TikTok, from TikTok. Don't have an account, but you can still watch it. And here we go. Let's get into it.
Yeah, so today I linked with this nigga I met a few weeks ago out with my friends. This nigga been texting me for weeks talking to himself. Why I didn't block him, bitch, I don't know. But today I was bored and I had time, so he texted me like, can we meet for drinks? And I'm like,
okay. So yeah, we gotta pause it already. So I know it's kind of hard to make out a little bit what she's saying in the video. At least I thought it was anyway. But in the beginning of the video here, she mentions that he's been like texting her. It sounded like she wasn't even responding. If that's what she was kind of, I was trying to understand that. But yeah, it sounds like she wasn't even responding to him in the messages. And she's like, I don't even know why I didn't even block him. So already, like within 17 seconds of the video, she's already been leading him on. Because obviously she's not that interested in him if she's already going to block him and like doesn't say anything. And then that they agreed to go out for drinks. Now I want to preference that very much, okay? That's very important to the story, into this video. So they're going out for drinks to an oyster bar. It's Oyster Tuesday, okay? The caption's in the video. Now, I have nothing wrong with going out for drinks. I think that's a perfectly reasonable date. That is, it's like, to me, it's the adult coffee. The coffee's not, I'm not saying it's not an adult date. I think coffee is a great first date. If you haven't met someone before, like online dating, if you're meeting, say, through Bumble, I think coffee's perfect. Because, you know, it's quick, it's easy, it's cheap. You get to see if you like the person or not. It's not a huge time investment to either one of them. You don't even have to really dress up, to be quite honest, if you don't want to. It's pretty easy. And it can lead to a better date. Same as drinks. If you go out for drinks and you're having a good time, maybe you would go out for dinner, right? But I would never do dinner on a first date. There's just so many issues with that. Well, obviously, we're going to see that in a moment. But there's so many issues with dinner on a first date. It's too formal. You know, you can definitely get footed a bill, which, you know, yeah, we'll get into that in a moment. So I just want to mention that, those facts right there. She's just coming off pretty rude already. I still can't, like, wrap my mind around why people get this idea that they need to film on a date. It just doesn't add up to me. I can't understand it. Why do you need to film this? Like, anyway, let's get into it. Yeah, let's continue the video.
I'm like, yeah, meet me here. They got the best fucking oysters in Atlanta, like, hands down. So I'm like, yes, I can get some content. Come on. It's so good.
I almost want to pause it. We'll give it a second. Okay, that's probably enough right there. Oh, hold on. No, we'll let you endure it. We'll let you endure the slurping. Just listen to it.
Yeah, when the fourth one came out.
Okay, we gotta pause. So yeah, I'm gonna probably cut a little bit of the video here because you don't need to endure all of that, but you need to endure a little bit like I did. So yeah, like literally, I don't understand it. So this woman is filming herself, and like you can actually like audibly hear her like slurping down oysters. All right. Now maybe this comes off rude. Okay. I'm gonna just call it like it is. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. If you ever do food on a first date, you get something like kind of attractive to eat. Now I don't mean like the food's attractive. I mean maybe it is, but get something that like doesn't make you look like an animal. No, I mean if you're gonna go for wings, right, and you got a girl that wants to do wings, like she's embracing getting wings, that might be a keeper, right? Because wings are messy. Most people know that they're going in, they're getting buffalo sauce in their hair. It's not good, right? And if a guy and a girl can both do that on a date, I think that's okay. However, if you're going out for drinks and this is the situation where you're like slurping down oysters, like it's just not attractive, right? Like get like a garlic finger, right? Something easy shareable, right? Like pizza bites or something, or pretzel bites or whatever, right? Like a little sausage roll. I don't know. So maybe not a big sausage roll, but you know what I mean. But something shareable like nachos or something light, something delicate, right? And you can tell by the video too. So she's got like 4 of these trays already, okay? And she said the video posted that they're $15 a pop. There's literally 4 of them. And throughout the video, I'll hopefully play it. She's actually like downing like martinis or whatever, like the entire time. Which at like an oyster bar, they're not going to be like $3. Like those are probably like close to $10 a pop, like at least, right? So I don't know. Oops, didn't hit play. That's embarrassing. I'm too grossed out, man. That's slurping. That's just disgusting. Obviously, like that's apparently how you eat them. I don't really eat oysters, but I really don't believe that would be an attractive thing on a date, would be to just start slurping down oysters. And like 4 plates of them, not even 1, like 4. It gets worse.
He was looking at me crazy. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, baby, you invited me out. I'm gonna eat, and I was coming anyway. But I ain't gonna lie, no, I wouldn't have did all that, but I did do all that. It was so good. I was not expecting it to be that good. It was just so good. Like, I had to. It was so good. So after that, I'm like, baby, what's next? What I'm about to eat? These potatoes, they were so good. And the crab cakes, everything was so good. 10, baby. Why the fuck does...
Okay, before we get into it, before the rest of the video, so yes, you can clearly tell that she had 2 drinks that were topped off. Okay, she got a 3rd one here that's on the go. That looks like it's completely brand new. It's a fresh drink, so it's like at least like 3 martinis or whatever, or cocktails. And she had the fish cakes with like the potatoes on the side. At least counted 4 trays. Right? Of like what, 12 oysters per pop? It's 48 oysters that she downed in a date. Now, the next part of this video is where I think like she already looks pretty rough here, but she looks pretty bad here. So we're gonna actually probably pause this a few times in the next about 20 seconds.
This bitch ass nigga say he going to the bathroom and never come back. The fuck? I'm like, hold the fuck on. It's been like 10, 20, 30 minutes, bitch. What the fuck this nigga at? Had to end up grabbing a tab, bitch. Nigga left me with his little 1 fucking drink.
Okay. So, I don't know how I'm going to do this on YouTube. I might just leave the language in. I don't know how demonetization works, but she's swearing a lot. Yeah, so as you can tell, now we'll, just in the clip there, the guy never finished his drink. That's such a bad sign. Like, you know what I mean? If, like, it's clearly visible. I've paused it right there. Yeah, where you can literally look back. His cocktail's half empty. He never finished it, right? That's like, or his maybe not his cocktail, but you know what I mean. His glass there, and it's on a big glass. He finished half, and he left. And she even says that he was at the bathroom like multiple times. You know why? Because he's probably just like, dude, F this. Right? Because he's like, he sees that. He sees the oyster tray piling up. She's getting multiple drinks. Like, she's like, oh, I was going to come here anyway. Well, yeah, but and now she's bitching about the bill. Like, you're totally expecting this guy to pay for that. Getting a drink or 2 is reasonable, right? I still don't really like the mentality of like, who asks the other person out has to pay. Well, who is that 98% of the time? It's the guy. Right? Women don't seem to like to make the move. If a woman does make the move, I'm not going to make her pay. I would rather just split. But apparently I'm cheap and a beta male because I think that way. I think that's just realistic. I think we both work. We should probably just pay for our meals. I'm not trying to impress people by paying for cocktails. Like, I mean, but if you want to take a girl out and pay for drinks, I think that's reasonable and that's fine. But you know, drinks I think is like 1 to 2. I don't like, that's like at least 3 I've counted so far. Four oyster trays, a meal on top of that, which is probably like, I would say north of 20 something dollars. Like, you know, it's gonna be the higher end of $20, right? Like, I don't know, I don't buy it. Like, and anyway, well, yeah, we'll continue along.
Drink. Yeah, bitch. I'm so glad.
Oh, okay, so I gotta pause it here. So I think we'll just try to go frame by frame. So you can actually tell right here.
Bitch.
Oh, hold on. I gotta really get on this. I forgot how finicky this is. Like, okay, here we go. Ready?
Bitch.
Oh, she hides that very quickly. Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah, you can't really see it. But there was a Reddit post that kind of showed it, but it actually shows the tip she gave, and I think it's like, if I'm correct, it's about 13%. Is what she gave as a tip. So she did foot the bill. I don't know if he paid for his own drink and left, and she paid her own bill. But we'll come into that in a moment.
Bitch, I'm so glad bitch keep me some money, cause what? That was crazy to me. And I said, bitch.
Okay. Also, the bill, by the way, is about $188. I just want to throw that out there. That's a lot. For 2 people dinner. So yeah, she posts this picture here. This is obviously like the screenshot of their text messages. It's just running out on a tab. It's crazy. And he goes, I offered to take you out for drinks and you ordered all that food. I can cash out the total for the drinks. And I think that's more than fair. More than fair. I don't normally condone leaving on a date like that, like walking out of a date. I would normally like to have a conversation. I've never done that. But if I were having a really bad time, I usually just try to see it through. But I would 100% have split. Like, I mean, split as in like, you get your bill, I get my bill. You get what you paid for in that situation. Thered be no way I would offer that. If you get a drink or two, then that's fine and reasonable. Like, that's whatever, right? But if your bill's gonna be like literally multiple times more than my bill, and you're like, oh well, you're paying, right? Like, no.
You running out on the tab, he's talking about, I'm offering you to drink. The fuck are you talking about, bitch?
Okay, well, that's the video. Yeah, so overall, I mean, pretty much conclusions, pretty much self-explanatory. I think these people are just getting off on this, like that they get the bad feedback. It's obviously views and everything. And it's just like, it's so overwhelmingly negative. Like, you could have had a very positive interaction about this. Like, you could have paid the bill, like, you know, gone your separate ways and just had a mutual conversation of like, I don't feel the connection. And that would have been what a regular human being would have done. But we don't get to have that here. We'll take off the headphones, boys. Don't need those anymore. So now that being said, there's an article written here. We're going to just quickly read this from the New York Post, okay? So woman ate 48 oysters on a date. What happened next was shocking. I don't really think it was shocking, but anyway. And there's a video of barefoot, Bigfoot there going on. Okay. So, an Atlanta woman was ridiculed online after posting a TikTok of her downing 48 oysters with an audible slurping and all, followed by a crab cake and red potato entree with a date with a man. The fellow supposedly had but one drink, as it was his impression that no food would be ordered, only to her selfishly down dish after dish. Now, I'll say that kind of in defense, actually, of the woman. I don't think there's anything wrong if you go for drinks for getting an appetizer. Like, one appetizer's fine. And you would even maybe go, hey, do you want to split something? Do you want to split some nachos? That's a perfectly reasonable thing. I've gone on dates, gone for drinks. I mean, now, granted, I'd probably be paying, because, you know, 99% of the time the guy has to pay, so that's whatever. But even if we split or whatever, but yeah, I'll still, like, I'll get an appetizer. I'll get one appetizer, and if they want to split, like, they want to share the appetizer with me, that's cool. They don't obviously have to. But if I want to have a light snack, just some finger food, right? Obviously not 48 oysters. That's not good. He reportedly excused himself to the restroom before the meal's end and then just left, allegedly leaving her with a $184 tab. If he didn't pay his own tab, I'm not really happy with him on that. I don't blame him for leaving. But he should have, like, maybe, like, and perhaps he did, but I would have went up to the bar on my way out, like, paid my tab and just left in that situation. Why the F was he going to the bathroom? So he just quotes her there. When the fourth plate came out, he was looking at me crazy. I didn't give an F. I had to. It was just so good. Yeah, see, like, obviously, like, he was thinking in his mind. He's like, dude, this is whacked, bro. Yeah, this was whacked. What else we got here? I was going to save that as a picture. The incident in question happened at an oyster house here, and the staff were admittedly flabbergasted at how she downed so much of the food. I would say it had been a minute since I had a single female eat that many, general manager said. But then, you know, she was eating crackers and things like that. But yeah, she put it away. It was pretty impressive. I don't think there's much else in this article. Yeah, it doesn't look to be. Just some dumb celebrity news. Let's just read some comments here. I love oysters, but 48 in one single sitting. Then followed by crab cakes and red potatoes. Wow, that gal can pack it away. I have a dozen oysters and a beer. Okay, 2 beers, and I'm stuffed and done for. All right, I can always find room for dessert, especially if bananas is on the menu. Good for him. I had a similar incident when I was dating on POF. I met a lady for drinks. I ordered a glass of wine, and she ordered a double McLean Supreme at $44 per shot. I politely told her I'm not paying for that drink, and it was almost $100 with the tax. Whoops. Oh, I guess I actually have to see the whole thing. That's heinous. Okay, we'll skip about that. He reportedly excused himself to use the restroom before the meals ended and just left. Smart man. Yeah, he. Oh, smart man. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. I don't think that's the case. Despite the man's date going overboard for her meal, if that's the case, I wouldn't embarrass myself by deserting my date. Rather, I would have prepared my dinner by 1, knowing what restaurant we're going to. Dude, like that. That's so heinous of a reply. To obviously like attempt to defend. Okay, well, it's just spamming me about ad block now. Anyway, yeah, that's all we got to say about that. So I think, yeah, overall, just kind of conclusion, that's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm probably going to do more of these videos. I kind of enjoy them, to be quite honest. I think they're kind of funny. These videos keep popping up on my Reddit feed, and I just find them like mildly entertaining to react to. So yeah, if you guys want more of these, let me know. But we're probably just going to make them whether you want them or not. So there you go. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Nikki D here, coming at you live. Yet again, we'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.